Mahomes now on first down. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
A big hit. Knocked down sideways. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Mahomes going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
They'll try and get it in with Sherman, the fullback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Here we go now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard, right at the line of scrimmage. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is third and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Miles Sanders throwing on first down. Steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Play clock winding down. Sanders looking to throw on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. There he goes left side. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Strong grabs it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Gets it to Strong. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. And defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Here we go. Green 39.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up the first down.
They run again with Ware. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
To throw on 2nd down. Sanders. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. Here's Sanders from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a Temple program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
A nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. Back to throw. Sanders throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Tyreek Hill on the return. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead, not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And now running right through him. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sanders now to throw on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Sanders. Off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And that'll set them back 5. Now Sanders operating from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Simon. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go! Here we go! Ohio!
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Sanders looking to throw on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22 and to the 40-yard line. That's where the return stops. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Here's Sanders on 1st and 10. That's caught by Meredith right side. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Looking to throw on second down. Sanders escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they don't get a touchdown here in this opening drive of the 3rd quarter. But I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while. And now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They go play fake. Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep. Looking for strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right. Tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Looking to throw. Sanders. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Sanders now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Tyreek Hill sent to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes. You just throw that out the window.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Mahomes to throw on second down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. Second down now after the pass completion.
Let's go! Blue landing! Blue landing!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. To throw is Sanders. Off play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Let's go! What? Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Now Sanders to throw on second down. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Sanders back to the air on second down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Broncos on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Sanders. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And now out comes Houston. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Mahomes is going to run the option left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 11 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Chris Wormley in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Spencer Ware, his first touchdown of the new season, and his guys are able to cut into that deficit. And that will cut this lead down to 13. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Smith catches left side. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back to throw. Sanders. Over the middle, he finds Henderson complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Sanders now throwing on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. To throw is Sanders. Off the play fake. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And McManus able to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 53 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he's going to be run over, hit hard as he'll be marked down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal from the... And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And this is going to be recovered by the hand seam. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee here. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third down and 12.
Here we go.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball.